a bitter end for a bitter captivity. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. This is going to be a quick hit, a bitter end for a bitter captivity. All right? And the word America means bitter. Marah, bitter. Mare, nightmare. Unpleasant. Wretched. All of those things have been wrapped into one in a captivity called America. All right? But that captivity is headed towards a bitter end according to prophecy. Proverbs 5:1, my son, attend unto wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. And that's what the Most High ultimately has given unto the men of the Lord, from the apostles on down to the least of us, that light, that knowledge, all right, in this perverse and dark place, which is America, the valley of the shadow of death. All right, that low place. This is truly hell. Okay, hell is likened unto a low place or the grave. All right, and ultimately, this has been both. All right, for you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, this has been a low place, and you've gone to the grave here, like the scriptures say. No, it did not that Israel had waxed old in a strange country. This is Baruch 3:10. It says, how happened it, Israel, that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxen old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead? You see, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave. So this is a low place, all right? This is a grave for us, but according to Revelation, the Lord is going to wipe those tears away from my eyes. All right, and death is going to be swallowed up in victories. There's going to be no more slavery. All right, no more going into captivity. All right, no more not knowing our nationality. All right, and being separated from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, but it's going to come with the end of this bitter captivity, which is America. That's the only way we're going to obtain salvation, through the prophecy of America being taken down, man. All right, that woman, okay, that ultimate woman, like the scripture said, that whore that sitteth upon many waters. EU and the NATO, America and its European allies. Proverbs 5:3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as the honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. And you could liken that unto a philosophy, a doctrine, okay? It could be likened unto a literal woman. Or, in this lesson, we're highlighting that woman, America. Okay, because America is likened unto a woman over these different nations, all right, in the EU and the NATO. And I'm going to get there real quick. Just bear with me. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And that whore is likened unto America. And those waters, all right, this is Revelation 17:15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. So that whore America, as the scriptures are illustrating, sitteth upon or over many different nations on the planet Earth. And that's how the EU and the NATO is set up. Okay, you got America and its European allies. Okay, the 7 heads and the 10 horns. And you have America that's spearheading, all right, that military might on the planet Earth. But the excellency of America has been quite dim as of lately, all right? And we know that bitter captivity is going to have a bitter end. So let's go back to Proverbs chapter 5. And let's read forward. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. And like we was going into, that can go for a different philosophy, a false idol, God, okay, a literal woman that's leading you down a path of destruction. But ultimately, America's end, which is likened unto a woman, is going to be bitter, man. It's going to be hit with thermonuclear missiles, all right, from not only its enemies and their militaries, but also its allies, man. Those countries that are quote unquote on America's team or on America's side, man. They're gonna use their nuclear missiles over here. Okay, so it's gonna be the more so bitter for this place. But it's in the name. America means bitter. It says her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou cannot know them. And that's ultimately likened unto different philosophies, doctrines, dogmas. But different philosophies, doctrines, and dogmas have been compiled all throughout this society. America, or Babylon, means confusion, babal, confusion with mixture. So America has been a confused ball of wickedness, all right, playing out in one society that's going to be ultimately taken down by thermonuclear heat, all right, ICBM nuclear missiles, okay? So it's going to be a bitter end for a bitter captivity, and this society has been bitter, all right? Bear with me. This is Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So as the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is approaching upon us, all right, and becoming more and more near, Jacob's trouble, all right, you're seeing these different events play out on the planet Earth. But that ultimate event that's going to conclude and is going to begin our salvation is the destruction of America by thermonuclear heat, all right? ICBM nuclear fire, all right? It's going to be made a nuclear wasteland here, man, all right? As the scriptures say, the Arabians shall not pitch tent here anymore, man. Let me see real quick. I ended off on this one. This is Isaiah 13:19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when our power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And how did our power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? With fire and brimstone. But that fire and brimstone is coming back, all right, in the form of nuclear fire, ICBM nuclear missiles, man, for the spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, which is America, all right? That bitter captivity is going to have a bitter end. So it says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. That's right, man. And the time of destruction is at hand for this place, man. All right? And after this place is hit with nuclear missiles, it's not going to be inhabited. All right? It's going to be smoke going up for a memorial. Okay? And the Arabians shall not pitch tent here anymore. It's going to be found filled with doleful creatures, desert creatures. All right? Wild beasts and things of that nature, man. That's going to be the product of what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua does to this place. A bitter captivity for a bitter end. Lord, when this message was edifying, I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Harachak Wadash. I'm going to say Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Achud. That's Hero Israel. The Lord our power is one Lord. Till next time, double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders. Kwam Yasha Allah.